Hi loves, Zayda here. So today I have a really fun video. I'm actually going to show you four books that I've read this year so far. They're all self-help book because I'm a major self-help junkie. It's just my thing. And I'm also going to show you my reading nighttime routine, which I've recently started doing because one of my goals for this year has been to read one book a month. And although that's not very ambitious, I was getting so distracted. So I had to put together a little routine that's easy, simple, but still fun so that I can get my stuff done, you know? So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, then please keep watching. Okay, love, so the first book I'm going to show you is actually an ebook, so I don't have it. But it is The Defining Decade by Dr. Meg J. The thing about Dr. J is that she's a clinical psychologist and she specializes in 20-something-year-olds because she thinks that the 20s are a defining decade in our lives. They will impact our finances, our relationships, our careers, and many other things. Although so many people say that 30s are the new 20s, Dr. Meg J disagrees, and she gives you so many examples and life experiences as to why. So I found that very interesting because for me, for a long time, I just thought that one day I'd wake up, I'd be 30 and things just kind of will work themselves out and I don't really have to plan and I can spend time in my 20s being selfish and fooling around and not thinking too much. And I mean fooling around like just being goofy, not anything wrong. But anyway, now after reading her book, I've changed my mindset a lot. Now I feel like I need to look at things in a bigger scope. I feel like I need to be more strategic and invest in myself more. So I really am appreciative to her book for that. So if you find this interesting, I'm going to leave her TED Talk down below so that you can check it out. And if you want to find more about her, then you can always read her book. It's very good. Okay, so now moving on. I don't have this book either because I left it in my work bag. It is The Morning Miracle by Elrod, and Al is basically he's basically a self-development type coach, and he went through a rough patch in his life, and he says the way he was able to turn his life around was due to his morning ritual, which he practices every single day. And I decided to give it a read because I've never been really a morning person, but last year it just got really bad to the point where I would have to drag myself out of bed the last possible minute, and I would say so many things like I'm tired, I'm miserable, I don't want to be up, even if I had 8 hours of sleep. So it was pretty much getting out of hand, and so I had to find a way to fix it. And I figured I would read a book for some new insight and ideas on how to make myself maybe a morning person. Now, I'm still not someone who has an extensive morning routine, but after reading his book, I have changed my mindset and I am more positive when I wake up. I'm grateful to be alive because what he says is that when we wake up and we are resisting what we have to do, which is to wake up every single day, we are sending out a signal or a message to the universe saying that we'd rather be in bed, lying unconscious, instead of being out awake, pursuing and chasing our dreams and living our best lives. Which, after reading that, I changed my mindset completely. And now when I wake up, even though I don't wake up at 5 in the morning, I still have a very happy mindset and I'm excited to be awake. So I thank him for that. Aside from that, he does share in the book a lot of positive quotes, some insights. He shares his morning routine, all the little pieces that he's put together to make it what it is now. And he also gives you some actionable steps to help you in the part that is literally getting your butt up out of bed, because it's a process. So he does give some tips there which are very helpful. And therefore, I really liked his book. I would recommend it to you if you are looking to maybe spruce up your morning ritual a little bit, just because I know it's hard for a lot of us, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, so the next book that I have is this one, You Are a Badass at Making Money by Sincero. And she is also a self-help coach, but she is a little bit more fun because she talks to you like a friend. She cusses, is a little bit raunchy, makes jokes, as opposed to being all mentory and perfect and inspirational. I really like her style, and I read her book, You Are a Badass, which inspired me to start my blog. So when I saw that she had another book out, I knew eventually I would read it. Now, this book, although it is obviously about money, it has a different approach to it. It's not telling you how to invest, how to save, how to budget. It's telling you how to approach it. Are you looking at money in a positive or negative way? This book helps you change your mindset when it comes to money, and it helps you realize that you deserve money, that you will have money. It gives you motivation for finding ways on how to actually attract and bring the money into your life. Now, with that being said, this book, it is more of a manifestation type of book. So if you're not into that kind of thing, I get it, but I would still really recommend it because it's important to really dig deep into your beliefs to see how you truly see money and how you approach it, because whether you like it or not, we all need it to live. So you might as well have a positive relationship with it. And aside from the manifestation, there are also a lot of open-ended questions in this book that you can answer that I think would be very helpful, because we don't always automatically think to ask ourselves these things, but after doing it, I've seen a big shift in my mindset when it comes to my finances, which is another big goal for me this year, to get my money right. So I recommend this book to you if you just want more money, which I think we all do. So yeah, I recommend this book to everybody. And also, I want to say that if you don't really want to read, or you don't want to read this particular book, the audiobook is also very good, because I know some audiobooks are so boring, but not this one. It's actually really fun to listen to, and you can listen to it while you drive or while you work, which I did and I enjoyed a lot. Okay, so the last book I have is kind of funny. I actually never thought I would be recommending this book, GirlBoss. I have a pretty funny story when it comes to this book. So this book is by Sophia Amoruso. She's absolutely gorgeous. She had her own fashion company worth millions of dollars in revenue, which she started with basically nothing. So when I got this book, I got it only because I was on her website, nastygal.com, and I needed to buy one more thing to reach free shipping, and the cheapest thing on the site was actually the book, so that's why I got it. But I was apprehensive to read it because I didn't really think anything important would come out of it. I thought people were just hyping it up due to an image, and therefore I did judge a book by its cover. But recently, I know that her company has gone bankrupt, and she turned this book titled GirlBoss into a whole brand, and now has a whole nother company based on just this alone, which I think is crazy to think. Because of that, I've become pretty interested by Sophia, and I decided finally to read her book, and I'm really happy that I did, because actually she is a wonderful writer. She has a lot of great things to say, a lot of insight, and a lot of great tips into creating your own path for success, doing it your own way, sticking to your beliefs, and working really hard, which I think is a great message. Now, don't get me wrong, this book is not about how to start a business or an online clothing store or anything like that. It's literally about the importance of working hard, believing in yourself, and creating your own path. I recommend this book to anyone who's looking for some inspiration in achieving any kind of career success, or just doing their own thing in their own terms. Okay, so those were the 4 books. I hope that you liked them. Now that I've shown you that, I'm going to show you my little nighttime reading routine. It's actually very simple, like I said, but it's really helped me get my shit together when it comes to reading. So the first thing I do is I get into bed, which I'm going to do now. There are a few things that I really need to have with me when I'm doing this. I need to have a light. I really like this one because it's pink, so it's bright enough so where I can see the book, but at the same time it's not too bright where I kind of start getting too alarmed, or my eyes can't start winding down. So I love this light. I got it at Marshall's a while back. The other thing I need are earphones, because I share a bedroom with my boyfriend, so he's usually doing his own thing and I don't want to hear it. So I put on my earphones. I listen to one particular song, which I'll play for you. Now, I will tell you that I listen to literally the same song the entire time that I read. I know some people don't like that, but this song doesn't have any words. It has a very good tempo. It's not too fast or too slow to where it messes up with the speed of my reading. It's not too crunk, because that's happened to me before where I'm like, I can't read anymore because I'm getting too crunk. And it also is beautiful. So it makes me happy. It makes me feel relaxed. And it just touches my soul, as I say. And when it does that, it puts me in a mood where I really start to take everything I'm reading and taking it to the heart. And I think that really helps with me changing my mindset and my habits, like I've told you I've been doing. So this is a song. It's just like the perfect song to read to. Okay, so you need to have that music, and the last thing that I do is I give myself a deadline. I get off social media by a certain time. If you find that you cannot get off social media because it's so addicting and it just keeps going, the scrolling never ends, delete it from your phone. That's something that I've recently started doing, because I know a lot of us want to read more, but we don't have time. But somehow you have time for Instagram and Twitter, right? So, or even Facebook. So please delete it from your phone if you have to, and you'll see that even 30 minutes a day of you doing that is going to help you get through these books a lot quicker, which I've discovered, and that's why I have to share that with you. So you get into bed, you get comfy, you pick up the book. Today I feel like reading about money, and you get to it. And that's it. Pretty simple. So anyway, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like. If you have any recommendations for books, especially self-help ones, please leave them down below. I would love to read them. And if you want to hear more from me, you can always sign up for my Monday motivation newsletter, which I send out every single Monday so that you can get hyped up for the week. Send it to your email, so if you want to join, just leave me your email address down below or send me a DM on Instagram and I'll add you to my list. Other than that, I hope you have a great day, stay positive, and bisous. Bye!